Hello, hello. Welcome back. Chapter 6. I'm really excited. Before we get started on Chapter 6 today, you guys know how I do. I kind of like switch and change and move and groove. I want to start out with going over our vocabulary words for this section, for these 5 chapters, and just talking about them. Maybe we can look and keep an eye out for them in our readings, and then we can use some context clues to try to help us figure out how to define them. That means tell their meaning. Because some of you may not have a dictionary at home, because I was cleaning out all your desks today and I found lots of your student dictionaries that we got at the beginning of the year in your desks. And that's okay. That's where I wanted them to be. That's great. So some of you may not have a dictionary, or maybe you kind of know what it means, but not exactly. So maybe we can use some context clues to help us figure it out. Okay, so the first word that we're going to be looking for is positive. The second is grand, expensive, irritating, trustworthy, and identical. Okay, so positive, grand, expensive, irritating, trustworthy, identical. Maybe we can keep an eye out for those words. All right, chapter 6. I'm excited to find out what happens after they threw that mouse out. I spent a lot of time that summer at the Herman W. Block Memorial Library. The Herman W. Block Memorial Library sounds like it would be a big, fancy place, but it's not. It's just a little old house full of books, and Miss Franny Block is in charge of them all. She's a very small, very old woman with short gray hair, and she was the first friend I made in Naomi. It all started with Winn Dixie not liking when I went into the library because he couldn't go inside too. But I showed him how he could stand up on his hind legs and look in through the window and see me in there selecting my books. And he was okay as long as he could see me. But the thing was, the first time Miss Franny Block saw Winn Dixie standing up on his hind legs like that, looking in the window, she didn't think he was a dog. She thought he was what do you think she thought he was? A bear! This is what happened. I was picking out my books and kind of humming to myself, and all of a sudden, there was this loud and scary scream. Ah! I went running up to the front of the library, and there was Miss Franny Block sitting on the floor behind her desk. Miss Franny, I said, are you all right? A bear, she said. A bear? I asked. He has come back, she said. He has? Where is he? Out there, she said, and raised a finger and pointed at Winn Dixie standing up on his hind legs, looking in the window for me. Miss Franny Block, I said, that's not a bear. That's my dog. That's a dog. My dog, Winn Dixie. Are you positive? She said. Yes, ma'am, I told her. I'm positive. He's my dog. I would know him anywhere. Miss Franny sat there trembling and shaking. Oh, positive. That was one of our words. Positive. Yes, ma'am, I told her. I'm positive. What does it mean? He's my dog. I would know him anywhere. Miss Franny sat there trembling and shaking. Come on, I said. Let me help you up. It's okay. I stuck my hand out, and Miss Franny took hold of it, and I pulled her up off the floor. She didn't weigh hardly anything at all. Once she was standing on her feet, she started acting all embarrassed, saying how I must think she is a silly old lady mistaking a dog for a bear, but that she had a bad experience with a bear coming into the Herman W. Block Memorial Library a long time ago, and she had never quite gotten over it. When did that happen? I asked her. Well, said Miss Franny, it is a very long story. That's okay, I told her. I am like my mama in that I like to be told stories. But before you start telling it, can Winn Dixie come in and listen too? He gets lonely without me. Well, I don't know, said Miss Franny. Dogs are not allowed in the Herman W. Block Memorial Library. He'll be good, I told her. He's a dog who goes to church. And before she could say yes or no, I went outside and got Winn Dixie, and he came in and lay down with a humph and a sigh right at Miss Franny's feet. She looked down at him and said, he most certainly is a large dog. Yes, ma'am, I told her. He has a large heart, too. What do you think that means? A large heart. Well, Miss Franny said, she bent over and gave Winn Dixie a pat on the head, and Winn Dixie wagged his tail back and forth and snuffed his nose on her little old lady feet. Let me get a chair and sit down so I can tell the story properly. Wonder what's going to happen next. What do you think? Wonder what's going to happen next. I wonder about this bear. I can't wait to find out. All right, check in for chapter 7. See you later. Love you. Bye.